Today we're going to begin working with actually adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing our various types of fractions. We will begin with adding and subtracting fractions that have a common denominator. So we're going to start nice and easy. When adding and subtracting fractions with a common denominator, all we're really doing is adding or subtracting the numerators and keeping the denominator the same. What that means is 5/6 minus 5/6 is really 5 minus 5 all over 6. We can combine into a single expression with the common denominator. Now in the numerator, 5 minus 5 is 0. And is 0 over 6 something that can be simplified? Technically, yes, because 0 divided by anything is 0. In number 2, we can combine these into a single expression of 5 plus 12 all over the common denominator of 7. Now 5 and 12 added up is 17. And you're not going to be allowed to leave your answers as improper fractions. We need to convert it to a mixed number. So how many times can we take 7 away from 17? Well, twice. 2 7s make 14. And what's left when we take 14 from 17? 3. So we get 2 and 3/7 when we add here. In number 3, we have 7/6 plus 7/6. So we can combine that into 7 plus 7 over the common denominator of 6. That is 14/6. Now, we can simplify 14 and 6 by cutting them in half. We're required to do that. And we're still left with an improper fraction. 7 is bigger than 3. So how many times can we take 3 away from 7? Well, we can do that twice. 2 3s have a value of 6. What's left when you take 6 away from 7? 1. So we have a final answer of 2 1/3. In number 4, we can combine into 3 minus 1 over the common denominator of 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now 2/4 is a proper fraction, but it can be simplified. We can divide numerator and denominator by 2, giving us a final answer of 1/2. I invite you to pause and try numbers 5 through 8. We get 2 minus 2 over the common denominator of 3 in number 5. That gets us 0 over 3, which is 0. In number 6, we get 10 plus 2 over the common denominator of 7. That gets us 12 over 7. You can take 1 7 away from 12. When you do that, you have 5 left over. 1 and 5/7. We're going to have 1 plus 2 over the common denominator of 3 for number 7. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3/3 is secretly the whole number 1. And we must write it as the whole number 1 to have a correct final answer. Finally, 1 minus 1 over the common denominator of 6 gets us 0 over 6. And as always, 0 divided by anything is 0.